Hello everyone, Blazecraft here bringing you a brand new series of this, what should I call it, roleplay let's play. So we are going to go into World of Warcraft, taking a whole nother approach to what the game is about. We are going to, surprisingly enough, roleplay as though my previous episodes weren't enough, but yeah. So let's go ahead and customize our Blood Elf Paladin a bit. I think I'll go with that. That looks pretty sweet. A bit of lore here on the side. 5 races comprise the Horde: the brutal orcs, the shadowy undead, the spiritual tauren, the quick-witted trolls, and the driven blood elves. Beset by enemies on all sides, these outcasts have forged a union they hope will ensure their mutual survival. Long ago, the exiled High Elves founded Quel'Thalas, where they created a magical fount called the Sunwell. Though they were strengthened by its powers, they also grew increasingly dependent on them. Ages later, the Undead Scourge destroyed the Sunwell and most of the High Elf population. Now called Blood Elves, these scattered refugees are rebuilding Quel'Thalas as they search for a new magic source to satisfy their painful addiction. Their enchanting skill increase may drain mana from opponents, may silence nearby opponents, and resistant to magical damage. Paladins are champions who call upon the light to heal wounds and combat evil. The Draenei employed such holy warriors for millennia before arriving on Azeroth to find like-minded souls among the Alliance. Recently, Blood Elves too began wielding paladin abilities. Yet these elves, having little in common with their counterparts, must bend the light to their will. So without further ado, let's name our Blood Elf. And no add-ons this time. Let's jump into it. That's our interface a bit. Right. So the way we are going to do this is, when generally role-playing, you have to act like your character acts, so people normally tend to walk more than they run, right? And you can't go around spamming abilities like you're almighty. It takes, as the lore said, Blood Elf Paladins must bend the light to their will, and it takes a lot of will to cast their spells. So initially we will be having 3 abilities, random 3 abilities that we can cast. Say we can cast 3 Holy Light, or 1 Seal of Righteousness and 2 Holy Light, or any of those mixes, We won't be counting the racial passives, well, racial abilities, not passives. But yeah, and that should make things a lot more hardcore and possibly a lot more interesting or frustrating. But yeah. Okay, so we're jump into our first quest. Greeted by Magistrix Erona here.
Our enemies will fall.
Carol, I hope you're ready to get to work because there is much for you to do here on Sunstride Ryle. Ever since the destruction of the Sunwell by Arthas and the Scourge, we have been a race adrift on a sea of uncertainty. We teeter on the edge of oblivion. This will change, Paladin, and you will learn and aid our recovery at the same time. The Outland awaits us. The sooner you begin your education, Karel, the better for us all. There is little room for error, so listen closely. The burning crystals, the green floating objects to the west of the Sunspire here, have long been used to power Dial's experimentations. The mana worms were their guardian, but the Scourge invasion of Quel'Thalas has driven them errant from our lack of magical control over them. There is little choice but to thin their numbers for reclamation. Do this, then return to me.
Death to all who oppose us.
Alright, so we can go ahead and complete our first quest. And we can either spam those three abilities and come to think of it, after the three abilities expire or they're used, well, not expire, just after using them, the only way to get to use more abilities is by channeling what do you call it? Tapping into the ley lines energies and acquire more abilities that way. So yeah, and there's a chance you might get some, and there's a chance you may not. That will be interesting as well, as we will be using the roll system. Oh, that's unfortunate. I can't use chat until I level 10. Okay, fair enough. Can I use roll? Yes, roll works perfectly. Okay, so I won't be using emotes as for now, but that 60 out of 100 is a successful roll. What's above 50? It's a successful roll. So by rolling 60, we might have just gained another ability to cast. But yeah, we have 3 abilities for now, and we will use them wisely. Perhaps when we are overwhelmed, we can cast Holy Light to just hang in there and prolong the inevitable. Oh yeah. auto-attacking these mobs to death will be a challenge in itself. And we got the Thorn Worm Scale. Don't know if... Oh, presumably these worms have scales. Who would buy a worm thorn scale? Yeah, they have scales. Just the simple questions. And I have simple answers. Anyways, I'm having a blast. 2 mana wires down. 6 more to go. I hope I don't bore you to death. Welcome to boredom. I like deviating a lot. Faintly glowing eye. As you see, our health is already a bit low. Luckily it's regenerating. I bet if I pull 2 mana wires, I would definitely be kaput, dead, finito. By the way, this is Elmis server, a 1x raid burning crusade server. Oh, possibly the best scripted server out there, with a huge US population. Well, huge is a relative word. Compared to other servers, I think is fairly populated. So chances of meeting other players to roleplay with are pretty even. Yes, I'm the clear example how not to play World of Warcraft. I thoroughly enjoy this style of play. If you can even call it that. Some may confuse you for an NPC. And we're level 2. Just finished our quest.
Victory lies ahead.
Have you finished your task, Paladin? For your troubles, you may choose your reward. Some green chain boot with 46 armor.
Keep your wits about you. Anaria Sholap.
Your efforts has made something clear that honestly I wish were not true. The unchecked power of the burning crystal has maligned a much larger swath of the Isle's natural balance than I thought. We must now take one more unfortunate measure to reclaim control. The nearby lynxes have succumbed to the influence of the crystals, and they must be put down. Bring their colors, Arrow, as I may yet be able to fashion a magical ring to turn them back from being uncontrolled.
The reckoning is at hand.
Righto. Oh, a fellow paladin. Guess we can greet him now. Only at level 5. Off to questing then. I'm thinking my character is getting rather tired now from all this weapon swing. Not that easy fighting all these mobs. I'm thinking that every 3 quests you should have some rest. These colors were used as markings for the links on Sunstroid Royal. So yeah, if if he completes 3 quests, then he will attempt to get rest. And if successful, he can continue on doing some more quests. If not, well, that's him spending the rest of the day trying to gain more abilities or go sightseeing or whatever. Now this is what I'm talking about. I aggroed 2 mobs. I have 3 abilities to use. So I guess I'll save them for my Holy Light ability. We'll see. Yeah, I do need the Holy Light. I'm left with 2 abilities now. Just 2 abilities to cast. And then I'm off meditating to get some more, or whatever. I guess humans would be praying in their churches. The blood elves must get their abilities by other means, possible by tapping or siphoning. Yeah, pretty wacky stuff. Stuff I really enjoy. I really feels like this game was made for me. It's good. Oh, 2 links again. Maybe I can finish them off faster this time. Since my skill in 2-handed swords has increased, maybe I won't miss my target as much. Excellent. We're still down to 2 abilities. And this is our second quest done. So 1 more quest. I shall look forward to my good rest. I will be successful in resting, then carry on and do some more quests. If not, then that's me doing something else for the day. figure out what something productive maybe. Meditate and gain more ability. Maybe I should have a maximum of 5 abilities at any one time. I can constantly go back and forth. I'll gain the ability powers from siphoning on those burning crystals, or the ley line energies. Anything will do. Yeah. It gives me no pleasure to ask you to destroy these beasts. While in times past we have lived in relative harmony with woodland creatures, these are different times. The first order of business for all Cinderai is survival. Make sure you remember that. The tower and surrounding areas should now be relatively secure, though only for the time being. You have done well in providing us with a buffer of security, but we will need to reassert control over the entire isle if we are to survive here in the long run. This will involve tackling much greater threats than errant mana worms and lynxes. Take this, Carol. You will no doubt make good use of it for the tasks to come. Alright, I am to report. I won't be having that quest, not just as yet.
State your business.
But I will have the paladin training. As you advance with your class, you will want to take advantage of the training that your class trainer can provide you. For young paladins here on Sunstride Isle, your trainer is Justinis Sunstriker. Speak with Justinis and see what training he has available for you. The things he will teach do have a cost, so bring some coin with you. Your trainer, as with all the trainers on Sunstride Isle, is inside the Sunspire on the lower level.
We will have justice.
Alright, so this will be our 3rd quest. And we need to rest afterwards. We've kind of ran out of energy and we need that rest. First thing first. Sell some of this stuff. Thornworm scaled, 5 of them, 20 copper. Nice.
We will have justice.
And of course, to get some training. But in order to learn new abilities, there is a chance we might learn them, there's a chance we might not. So Justice here might be the best trainer in town, but if we're not capable enough, we can't learn those spells, can we? You seek further instruction in the manipulation of the Naru power, Carol? I am heartened by your initiative to speak with me. In the past, I was responsible for the training of young paladins as they entered our order. This is a duty and privilege that I humbly take up once more. Your name has been mentioned as one who seeks to do good in the name of the light. It would be my honor to guide you in your first steps as a paladin. Shall we begin?
The reckoning is at hand.
Of course. And that's our 3rd quest done. Right. And we shall carry on with our training. with our rest in order to do anything else. So see you in the next episode. Take care, guys. Bye.